dear. I hope you are having a lovely day so far. Happy new moon eclipse in Virgo, 28, 29 degrees. Yeah, we can call it 20. We can call it 29. I couldn't decide how Virgo at 28, 29 degrees. And we've got a lot of people in the chat. We got a lot of energies to talk about today. And if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I am a channeler and an astrologer. I work with leaders that have a growth mindset. And around here, we're going to be channeling. We're going to be channeling an all signs reading for this new moon eclipse that feels like a full moon eclipse. The eclipse portal is just, it's been, how do I say? It's been extremely powerful. It's been an extremely powerful time. Mutable energy, Virgo energy, health. We're cleaning out our closet, literally, spiritually, metaphorically. We are processing numerous timelines all at the same time. Eclipse portal energy. We're seeing a lot happening in the public world, on the public stage. It's intense. The courage to look inward takes incredible bravery. It takes incredible determination and desire. That's Chiron and Aries retrograde over here. And what's super fascinating about this full moon is that I keep wanting to call it a full moon for this reason, is because it's opposing Saturn. This new moon. This is Mercury. This is the chart ruler, technically. Because Virgo, the new moon is in Virgo. Virgo is run by Mercury. So Mercury is technically the chart ruler. Mercury is going to be in Libra for the time of this new moon eclipse. Why I keep calling it a full moon is because the sun, I'll introduce the planets in a bit, is here, and this is the general wheel. Starts in Aries and goes around to Pisces. Always watch for your rising sign first during my readings. The sun and the moon will be conjunct, the same point in the sky together. 28-29, the critical degree, the anaretic degree of Virgo. Saturn, our interdisciplinarian, is going to be at 28-29 degrees of Pisces in opposition, full moon energy. I kept the nodes out because this is the north node in the sky, pointing to where we're going to, and the south node going over here to what we're releasing. I kept them in the chat just because it's an eclipse, so the eclipses usually fall in the houses or near around the north node and the south node. So this is what we've got. These are the key players. We've got a lot of other things happening, and we'll get into them bit by bit, but I want to go kind of lens by lens. We speak in lenses around here because I wear big old glasses. And so this is the first lens that I want us to view this energy through. Classically, new moons are when we plant seeds for what it is that we do want. It's, the night sky is dark. It's very fertile energy. And so definitely check where 28-29 degrees of Virgo is falling in your chart. Where is that? What new energy, new seed do you want to be planting? The other lens that we have to look at this through is that during eclipses, we're not really classically manifesting. This is about our soul's path, our soul's growth, where we can do our best work in this world, what our soul came here to do. So this being in the house on the general wheel of daily life and health and practical service, this is the health axis. So it could be that a job and environment where you do the best work isn't really functioning right now, that things are falling apart. Definitely go back. I'll put a few links below for you. Saturn in Pisces. I have a whole all signs reading for that transit. Very important transit. Brings us to 2026, as well as my September video. I think, yeah, that was September and Virgo season, or it was eclipse season. So I'll put that video below. It has just tons of information for you. So there's hours and hours and hours of Sarah that you can watch. Any interpretation of this is is available for you. And it's might be an overload of information that you're receiving right now. That's Uranus and Gemini. Might be a little too much. But so, I regress. This new moon eclipse, we had a new moon, classic new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees. That was in August. And now we're finishing up this cycle in Virgo season. I think it was Virgo season. I have tons of videos for you, so I couldn't remember. And so this one, you can ask yourself like what was coming up for you at the end of September or the end of August, and now what's coming up for you now. It might look completely different. It might be that I'm just listening to my guides right now. And my guides also want to highlight that I set the intention for God, source, universe, spirit, God energy to channel through me. And so I go to the highest octave always. So the most grounded, accessible information for all that involved in all whom are involved and invested with no harm coming to any. That is my declaration before going into and channeling any of this information. And so I've also been working with the highest timeline keepers for my guided meditations. So more on that later. But so the highest timeline for you, this is the tarot that represents this decan of the astrological wheel. This is where we're going. If you're trying to plant seeds in a garden that's not yours, they're not going to sprout. If you're trying to plant seeds thinking that your sole purpose is one thing and it's not working, it's because there's something else that needs to come through. I would recommend a little bit of communication right now. I would recommend reaching out to people in your life. I talked about that in my workbook, the 2025 workbook, which is now is a perfect time to ask for professional, like a checkup. Whether this could be a detox, this could be going to your shaman, going to your nutritionist, going to your coach, your healer, whomever it may be. This is the perfect time to have a little tidying up. Cleaning the closet, amazing. Those are all good things. Cleaning the inner closet, without question. Very, very important. Very, very important. So what we're going to be looking at during this reading is I'm not recommending in any capacity that anyone do any classic manifesting. I want you to go to the highest octave of wherever this is falling in your chart. What do you mean by that, Sarah? Like going towards freedom, going towards wealth, going towards I am in the environment that is best suited for me to do my best work. I am in the country that is best suited for me to do the best work. I am surrounded by healthy, wonderful family and friends, and I have the healthiest relationship with every single one of them. I communicate healthily with everyone. I'm not responsible for the thoughts, words, actions of others. I have, if you want to be very specific, if it's fallen in your house of money, add a few more zeros. The universe ain't on a budget, so definitely don't act that way. I'm in the healthiest relationship that I could ever possibly be in. Go to health, go to soul's path, go to those types of words. Not so much what the ego wants, hi Aries, but what your soul wants. What did your soul come here to experience, to do, to feel, to see? Again, it takes a lot of courage to go inward. I'm going to highlight it because it's still happening. Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius over here. Uranus sitting at 1 degree, retrograde in Gemini. Neptune is now at 0 degree at the Aries point, right over here. We also have, where is it? Well, first, this is a wonderful aspect that is going to be going on for the next few years. They'll eventually, wherever 0-1 degree Aquarius, 0-1 degree Aries, and 0-1 degree of Gemini fall in your chart, as well as 5 degrees, I want to say, like from 0 to 5 degrees, this is just like the most important exponential growth that you'll experience for the next 2 to 5 years. So this is happening right over here. We also have a beautiful square right over here, which will be a little bit more exact in a few days. Mars is going to be in Libra at 29 degrees for this new moon eclipse. So again, anaretic degree of the new moon, anaretic degree of Mars in Libra. That's intense. That's intense. But the chart rulers of Scorpio, Mars and Pluto, so I'd say Aries and Scorpio placements are going to feel this probably the most, are going to be in square to each other. And this will happen exactitude in a few more days, but it's operational right now. It's operational right now. So this new moon is a very intense jumping off point. And I think I'm going to talk about, I don't know if I'm going to do a personal title to this video. This is just more of the collective messages and the all signs readings. But when we talk about the Libra equinox, it'll be a separate video. We have to remember that the awakening and the great awakening and the great divide, the great split, are both opposite sides of the same coin. Libra is those balanced scales over here. So we're coming into that, and Mars sitting on the anaretic degree over here. Is you might notice some splits in your life, in yourself, in the collective consciousness, in the human collective. It'd be hard not to. But this is an opportunity for us to look forward and not back, to stay on our soul's path and not what is not working for us. We'll talk more about that later, but this square is important. Very, very important. Again, especially my Scorpio placements, because this is your chart ruler, you're going to feel that most. Aries placements as well, because Mars is your chart ruler as well, but not so much Pluto. So Scorpio, Aries placements, if you have Aries and Scorpio placements, you're going to be feeling it. You are going to be feeling it. We also have another square. We're going to have Venus in Virgo at 2 degrees, squaring Uranus over here at 1 degree. I also want to highlight that I go off of a less than a 1 degree orb when it comes to my aspects that I talk about. So there's a lot more happening, but I'm trying to make it as accessible and as grounded for you as I possibly can. So you don't have to really retain all of this, but maybe for my Taurus and Libra placements, because your chart ruler is Venus, this could be something to look into. For my Aquarius placements, because one of your chart rulers is Uranus, actually my Aquarius placements, you're going to be feeling all of this because Saturn's in the mix. Saturn and Uranus are your chart rulers. So everybody's going to be feeling this. Everybody's feeling this. I mean, everybody's feeling this. It's tough not to. It's tough not to. So remember to ground every day. Remember to drink water every day. Remember to express gratitude every day. And to say thank you for whatever is coming up for you right now. I talked about it in previous videos. Actually, I don't know if I posted it on, I've talked about it on my lives, and I don't know if I posted the little short on YouTube yet. No, I might post that tomorrow, I'm not sure. Where whatever, this energy, yes, is happening in the sky, but it's going to be right in your face, what this means for you right now. So don't think that you have to look so intensely. You can look very specifically at, you can do it one of two ways. You can look at your life and say, this is what's coming up for me. And then look at your chart and see where 28, 29 degrees of Virgo falls. And you're like, oh, okay, well that tracks, of course. Or you can do it backwards. You can go to the chart and you can say, okay, daily life, health, and practical service, things are falling apart to fall back together. And then you can look over your life and be like, okay, that tracks. So either way, however you use it, it's not going to be far from your phone, your living room, your house, your bank account, your relationships. It's going to be very easy to see what's coming up. So let's get into it. Let's get into our reading. As always, this is my disclaimer. This is not a personalized reading. This is a gift across time and space. Please take what resonates. If I'm not for you, I'm not for you. That's amazing. If I am for you, I am for you. That's amazing. These messages will not be for everyone. Please use your discernment. Please interpret it however you would like. As always, definitely read the description, the disclaimer below. My voice is meant to unlock codes and knowings within you. So take your time, sit, have some tea, have some coffee, have some water, have a snack, have a yogurt, have a salad, have a steak, whatever you want to do, whatever's healthy and beautiful for you, and sit back and let's receive this energy. I will put the dates and the times below for when exactly this new moon eclipse is happening. I haven't written them all out yet, but I know for Eastern Standard Time, it's the 21st of September at 15:43, but I will put all of the time zones below. And if you watch religiously and you do not see your time zone down there, please let me know and I will include it for you. So let me now introduce the planets and then we will get into this reading. This is the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, Chiron, Black Moon Lilith. I follow the mean Lilith and the mean nodes. And like I said, the north node goes down like this into what we're going into, and the south node is what we're releasing. And as always, watch for your rising sign first, and then your sun, and then your moon to get the energy and the vibration, but find exactly where 28, 29 degrees falls in your chart and watch for that reading as well. Sometimes, like I'm a Scorpio rising, for example, sometimes I watch the Sag risings because the new moon falls in that chart. So reach out with any questions. I am booking for tailored sessions, recorded sessions. If you feel called to go deeper, my membership group is for you. I have an entire course library, guided meditations, many offerings for you. So if you're interested, please reach out. We can book a free consultation to decide the best services that are right for you. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. So please reach out. Love you. Aries rising. Aries sun, Aries moon. This is beautiful for you. I love it. You know, Aries rising is rare. I have to do a little bit of research on that to say like what is the exactitude of like how rare it is, but to be an Aries rising is a very rare thing. Venus is over here. Jupiter's in Cancer, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. There is a place where you belong, Aries. There is a place where you belong. And this might not make sense right now. There's this like incredible quiet, this incredible silence, kind of like the Six of Swords energy. My crows out there are just popping off. So this, you don't have to carry the weight. There's a quote from Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Rings, the movie, where Boromir says to Frodo, you don't have to you carry a heavy burden, Frodo. You don't have to carry the weight of the dead. Whatever you're carrying right now is silent and stoic. It looks like this was a very intense season for you, that it has not been fun. Maybe it has. This isn't for everybody. There's just a lot of somber energy here. And I see you. I really see you. This might feel very intense, or it might feel as though there's this energy of like, everyone keeps saying that they're in the new energy now. And yes, I'm in the new energy, but the set of my life keeps falling down and more has to be like more like I want to manifest and I want to do the right thing, but I'm trying. There's very little that you've done wrong. It's just your stage is still being built. The community that you're supposed to be in might not be ready for you yet. You're ready to go. Your packs are packed. You're ready to do the thing. But they're still catching up. So if there's stalling, if there's stagnation, if there's just a little bit of like desire to relax, just sink into this energy. Sink into being the version of yourself that's there instead of wanting to be there. Spend more time in contemplation. Doesn't have to be meditation, but contemplation. Spend time on Pinterest. Like whatever is missing, whatever you're focused on right now, Aries. Just build it in your mind's eye. Build it in the quantum. It will present itself in perfect time, perfect trust. The next lunation is a full moon in your sign, in Aries. And so this season, just be kind to yourself. Be super kind to yourself. Yeah. When the sun is in the descendant sign for Aries risings, we can sometimes look to others to fulfill something that we need to fill inside of ourselves. For Aries sun, S-U-N, look at your solar opposition. What seeds were you planting around your birthday? And maybe shave the fat, or not adjust the compass completely, but just be like, what is not working and what needs to come in? And then for Aries moons, first of all, I love that you're an Aries moon. That's amazing. Aries moons, look at the solar lunar opposition. When you have that experience, like exactly when the sun is in Libra opposing your natal moon, spend some time looking at your intuition as well as your, finding some balance for your intuition. And also looking at, this is very deep and not for everyone. This is just for a very specific Aries moon out there, where it's like your intuition is spot on. And maybe at a certain time in a certain place you spoke up and it wasn't received. That doesn't mean that you don't have a stage and a platform to speak up. Just find the right place. And you know, depending on your human design, depending on your energy type, we can't shout what's right or the light to the world. We can only offer it to people whom are keen to see it. And also looking at separate timelines. I have a whole video on that and what that means. We're all at the same party. When I say divide and separate timelines, it doesn't mean that like a group of people aren't ascending. We're all ascending. It's just that some people belong at a different table than we do. It's like the wedding analogy is what I give. Whereas like we're all at a wedding, but you sit where your placard is. You don't sit at another table that you're not supposed to be at. So I hope that makes sense. I'll talk more in the Libra video, but I hope that makes sense. Love you. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. Very interesting energy over here. This won't be for everyone at all. But please be very sacred with your sensual energy. Be very sacred with it. Like this is the house of joy, creativity, play, childlike spirit, romance. And so even if you are in a divine partnership and you're interested in having babies, like now is the perfect time, beautiful time. If you are not in a divine partnership, be specific with the person that you allow into your energy field. Be very specific with that. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, you are very precious and very, very special. You're run by Venus. You can forget that sometimes. And I love you, but be very specific with anyone that you spend your time with, anyone that you share your creative babies with, for entrepreneurs, if you have an idea, if you're birthing like a work baby, if you're creating an idea, don't shout it from the rooftops. Share it with very specific people that you would trade lives with. That's it. Do not listen to, have family and friends, absolutely, but do not listen to the thoughts, words, actions, and intentions of others unless you would trade lives with them. Because they can't see what you're trying to do. So be very specific with the people that you allow into your inner circle. Be very specific with the people that you allow into your intimate spaces. This isn't like, if you're lonely, go get a massage. Talk to a friend. Community, friendships, wishes for the future. Focus on the North Node here. Not that. Maybe a new gym routine. Yeah, Libra placements. If you have any Libra placements as well, Libra season will be a beautiful time for you to be thinking of what environments do I want to be in. If you don't see the people around you that you want to be seeing around you, decide the type of person that you want around you. Yeah. It's kind of like Venus hasn't decided. Your chart ruler, Taurus, hasn't decided what she wants yet. So decide what you want and don't don't respond to those "how you doing," "what you doing" texts. Like, you're better than that. You're better than that. You're better than that. Curate and weed the garden. If in my membership group, the full moon eclipse in Pisces guided meditation was about weeding your inner garden, that could be helpful for a lot of you. Definitely check out the Divine Sovereign Room. Could be super helpful. I love you. Gemini, rising, Gemini sun, Gemini moon. You will definitely, because your chart ruler is also Mercury, you'll be feeling this. I can hear you laughing, be like, Sarah, the amount of times that you've told me that you're going to be feeling this and that I'm going to be feeling this is unnecessary. I am feeling this. Cool, baby. I love you. Good times. Good times. Good times. Home. Whew. Home is inside of you, yes. But I feel a little bit like a broken record right now. Ooh, a little selenite breaking off there. You're leveling up your standards. I really love that. There's a component that it's almost like when you think of home, and this is just what I'm tapping into, this might not be for everyone, but you're like, I want it to be safe, I want it to be secure, I want to have my land, I want to be able to, like, I own my home outright, like very, financially secure energy. I want to be able to, take care of myself, I want to be able to take care of mine. But there's also this really fascinating energy about community where you're like, I want to be able to walk down the street and wave to my neighbor. That's, Saturn already retrograde in Pisces. That's Chiron retrograde in Aries. That is Neptune about to go back into Pisces. It's like you want to be able to do the big thing that you're doing, but also to do it amongst others. And not just be responsible for your family. Yeah, not just be responsible for your family. I feel like there's a little bit of a Nam flashback from the Mercury retrograde in Leo, even just this year, where you don't need to run from family. You don't need to, this is the house of the mother, the house of the father, capital M, capital F. So it's like the mother and the father within us, Mars, Venus type energy. But this isn't just about surviving. And it's not just about thriving. It's about you enjoying your life. Like that's the point. That's the point. There was a channeler, Lazarus, that I have quoted him before, said that every person on the planet is responsible for two things: to consciously create their own successes in this world and to learn how to have fun. Not have fun, but to learn how to have fun. So what is fun for you, Gem? What do you enjoy doing? What's healthy fun? What's beautiful fun? What's fun fun? What are the difference between those things? Like what's going on? And know that you're allowed to have healthy, because when, Neptune and Saturn go into Aries fully next year, that's your community friendships for the future. That's like the next few years of upgrades. So I would say really looking at that where home is inside of you as well as on this planet, it does get affected by the people that you live around. And so looking at community, healthy community, and the place on this planet where you can do your best work. Amazing. Love you. Cancer rising. Cancer sun, Cancer moon. Right at the base of the chart. Right at the bottom. Right. The roots of the tree of your life. Oh, it's intense. It's an understatement. Right? I was like, only a few people are going to be super affected. Nope, everybody is. This is happening to us all. This is happening to us all. Cultural family roots. Cultural family roots. You are super affected because your chart ruler is the moon. The eclipse is kind of punching the teeth and maybe are like shake, rattling, and rolling things up for you. I think Mars going into your 5th house is going to be really nice. It's going to feel real nice. It's going to bring a nice little spicy trine to you. I'm excited for that. Yeah. Early degree Cancer placements. You're getting like, where is it? Actually, late degree Cancer placements and then early degree. It's a lot happening. It's a lot happening. Technically in the house of early learning, communication, and short trips. So if this is definitely an area of moving, this is, you know, advantageous for moving, but maybe it's not a plane ride away, maybe it's a car ride away, maybe it's a town or a state or a country over, depending on your placement on the planet. But there's a community that really wants to root in with you. I think Uranus going back into your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. That will happen later on this year, and then it will stay in Taurus until, I want to say, like April of next year, 2026. So you're going to be rooting down this like lightning rod into a community during this transit. It'll be while Jupiter is in your sign. So I feel like this is just going to present itself to you. For a lot of you, I just feel like this is super passive, meaning that like you don't have to do much. You can kind of just like wait for the phone to ring or wait for your, you know, partner has to move or something like it just feels very like you're being carried right now. I love that. You know, squares, yes, are friction points, but also at the same time, you know, as Susanna, you know, the Venus specialist that I have done a few interviews with, she talks about squares as this beautiful, solid foundation. Her background is in construction, so I love that it's like solid. So make things solid, Cancer. So it might feel a little wonky. You'd be in a cardinal axis, and we're in a mutable season, mutable eclipse season, but I think Libra season will feel real nice. This, yes, is like a 6-month kind of a transit, but we're in cycles upon cycles upon cycles upon cycles. Just literally let the doorbell ring, let the text come, let the email come, let the fax come, let it just present itself to you and say yes or no. You'll know. Keep vibing, darling. Go play in the fields with the sunflowers. Enjoy yourself. Leo, you're so stoic. You're so stoic. It's like sometimes when I see, like when I put a few things down, I'm like, nobody has any idea that you're going through this. Nobody has any idea. Your values are just getting so shook up, and that the inner world is getting shook up, and that you're just channeling and just going through all these things, and the people around you and all the things that are falling apart, and home is this and this and this and this, and it's just very powerful. You don't have to be stoic. You can like call someone and cry. Like you can totally call someone and be like, hey, I don't need any advice, but could you just like stand there and just like let me scream for like 5 straight minutes? Is that possible? Can you do that for me? And can you not give me any advice, but just like let me, like you can do that. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to say, this is heavy. You know, we're in the hermit season, and the negative side of the hermit is like a drunk, hoarding his information, being alone. It's like, I see him as a hermit too, but you've got a lot to offer this world, and just saying, I need help. You know exactly what kind of help you need. You know exactly what it is that could be helpful for you, and you cannot give it to yourself. Sorry, you can, I see you, I get it. You can hug yourself, you can go get a massage, you can do all of these things, but I just have a feeling Uranus is going to go into Gemini. So whatever, I don't want to label it as a trauma, but like whatever happened when Jupiter was in Gemini, it's not going to happen again. It's like you need to lean into, I would recommend, you don't have to do anything that I say. This is just me transcending time and space and talking to you and offering you messages. But whatever happened in the house of Gemini, in the house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future, this is for my Leo risings especially, like, lean in. We can't isolate. We can't hyper hermit. We have to ask for help. We have to ask for assistance. We're not meant to do any of this alone. So reach out for what you need. And call me. Send me a line. Just let me know what's going on. Like, just know you're not alone. Just know you're not alone. I love you. Amazing. Put it down. Put it down. There's no traffic in your lane. No one is going to take your prize. It's only meant for you. Take a nap. And ask for help. I love you. Ask for help. I love you. Only if you need help, but just reach out. Reach out. Love you. Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. If you weren't into astrology before this year, Virgo, you definitely are now. Nice. Your chart ruler in your house of money. I love that for you. I was going to say Mercury risings. Virgo risings right now. You're a vibe. You're a vibe. You're a total vibe. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Me. Don't forget your people that were there when you, how do I say? If you have heavy Leo placements as well, this came through once for Leo, where it's like, all of a sudden I have this new this and people are seeing me and I've gone viral and all these things happen. And like, don't shun out the people that were there for you before this. There just seems like a little bit of like, oh yeah, I haven't called that person in a while, but I used to talk to them like every single day. Oh. And I don't think that there's anything detrimental here, but this is self and relationships. And so just, that's not for everybody, definitely not for everybody. But we know that your star is meant to shine bright. I mean, you're not a mutable axis for no reason, and you're the most grounded one of the four. But yeah. It's not like don't forget your roots. Because I'm hearing some of you be like, well, my roots are rotten and I don't want to go home. Like, I'm having healthy boundaries with people. And like, I'm not talking about family members that you have healthy relationships with now. I'm talking about community. Like, what's the community that you're building? Who are you in community? Who are you in relationships? Who are you in daily life? Who are you with or without the money, like the access to, like, with or without all of that? Yeah. I think when Mars goes into your house of early learning and communication and short trips, I feel like that's going to bring some really beautiful conversations, some healing conversations up. And maybe this has just been a time that you've been doing tons of reps and sets. I don't know. But yeah, there's a feeling of like someone is getting left behind, or something, or value, something, wherever. And for my Virgo rising, obviously it's going to be the 11th and the second house, but for Virgo sun and Virgo moon, where's Cancer and Libra? Like, look at that, or what falls in your 11th and your second house, and what is going on in those houses, and really be aware of, yeah. We're all the main characters on the stage of life. And, whether it was a horror movie, a rom-com, unrequited love story, or a sci-fi fantasy, whatever it may be, fantasy, like, it could be anything. But there are certain scenes that you don't have to play out. You don't have to live out. Of like I'm just seeing the scene in like the rom-com where like the person who like got famous comes back home and goes to the record store that they used to work at and finds their friend that they used to hang out with all the time and has to apologize because they were like, hey, I really loved you, man, and you weren't there for me when I needed you. And it's like kind of like the end of Parks and Rec when like Ron decides to like go and ask Leslie for a job, and like the whole thing, like that was just gut-wrenching. Like, just look at certain things. You do have a very powerful role to play, and you do have a very powerful role that you already play for a lot of people, Virgo, who makes you feel alive without needing anything from you, you know? Friends are friends are friends are friends are friends. Love you. Just reach out and send them a text and say, I love you. Libra rising. Are you okay? Are you okay? Please comment below how you're feeling. Send in love if you want to receive it. This will feel good. It'll feel good with Mars and Scorpio. It'll feel good. That might not feel good right now. This might feel like too much. That might feel like too much. Where are you, Uranus? Okay, so this is at the very last degree of your entire, for Libra rising especially, the very last degree of your chart. That's no accident. That's also an eclipse. So if you need to take a personal day or 5, I wouldn't judge you. Like, I would support it. Don't hyper hermit. Don't hyper isolate. Don't overindulge. If you need time away from your normal day-to-day tasks to process and integrate whatever is coming up for you right now, I would recommend it. That's cuckoo pants. That's cuckoo pants. If you're feeling good and vibrant, continue to do what you're doing. Like, I'm not going to project that onto you. You don't have to take a personal day if you don't want to. If life is beautiful, let life be beautiful. If things are falling into place, this is a new moon energy. So this could be, I'm finding exactly what it is that I'm supposed to do on this planet. And I know how to do it, and I know my reps and sets, and I know what to, like, this could be beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Yeah, this could be really special stuff. But intense is an understatement, especially for my Libra risings. For that, intense is an understatement. Powerful, let's rebrand it. Powerful, Sarah. Like, this is powerful stuff. And so this is transformation. This is also like in the micro, you could maybe change up your aesthetic and never go back to the old aesthetic. You could change your job, never go back to that old job. You could change your partner that you've been in for a long time. You could change your like name, the country that you live in, whatever it may be. But also, I say micro, now macro, this could be on a soul level. And this could be, I used to carry a lot of anger and hate in my heart. Now I just do HIIT workouts all the time and I'm pretty chill. I used to yell and scream at people. Now I'm kind of good. Now I'm just kind of like, I go for runs when I'm upset. Find healthy ways to express it. And yeah, I'm excited for your season. I think that Libra season is going to be a really good time for a lot of us. And you get to shine. Yeah. Backing some cardinal energy. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. All right. Great stuff. Again, you don't have to, like, I'm not going to project onto you, but no one, especially me, would judge you if you took some days to just integrate this and to rest. You just might be exhausted. That might be it. But love you. Love you. Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon. We cannot hyper hermit. We must lean into friends. We must ask for what we need, ask for help, my darling. Yeah. I love you. Wait, I lost it. Community, friendships, and wishes for the future. we spoke with Saturn going into Pisces in that all signs reading, kind of about like your art. There's a creative expression. There's a component of you. There's some fun that really you can't go into Saturn and Aries fully without it. You can't go into your highest timeline without it. This is a lot. Your chart rulers squaring each other, home and self on right now, sole purpose. So there might be extreme emotions coming up. There might be extreme, like, why am I not where I want to be? Why is everyone around me thriving, but I'm not? Why am I comparing myself to everyone? And it might just be unconscious and subconscious comparisons. Yeah. There might be some trauma responses coming up. Definitely, the Chiron trine that happened. Today's Monday as I'm recording this. I'm posting this on Tuesday. I forget the date today, but there's, the opposition of Chiron Mars and the trine when Venus was here. Maybe look back at that, what was coming up, but there just might be an incredible amount of emotions and a lot of past experiences, or maybe just some unconscious, subconscious, fear-based, like, well, the last time I had friends, I got burned. The last time I tried to put myself out there, this happened. The last time I was creative, it burned down. The last time. We don't need to know why in the past things crumbled the way that they did. Could have been that you had someone in your life that wasn't supposed to be in your timeline, that the photographer, that the person that, owned the place that you were going to do your stand-up wasn't the right person. Like, there's a part of you that needs to be seen, and finding people to share in the journey with. I can't even remember what I said for the first new moon that we had, but there is a role for you, Scorpio. There is a role on this planet that you're meant to play, and it's not going to be a hustle. It's not going to be, what do you mean by that, Sarah? It's like, we'll just use the lens of creativity. You're the talent. So you're not going to have to be the lighting director. You're not going to have to be the stage director. You're not going to have to be the makeup artist. You're not going to have to be the costume designer. You're not going to have to be the booking agent. You're not going to have to be any of those people. You're not going to have to be any of those things. You're not going to have to be the assistant. You're not going to have to be this. And I hear a lot of you screaming at me right now, but Sarah, right now, I have to play all those roles. So I hear you and I see you, but this could very well be about team, Scorpio. This could very well be about team and not just friends. But what are your wishes for the future? What role do you want to play? And know, when you have all those key players, they know how to do their role effortlessly. Do you see how that this is the only slice that Scorpio has to take up? The Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. You don't have to be all 12 slices of the pizza. You just have to take up your slice of the pizza and take it up fully. The more you expand and the more you talk and the more you share and the more you live into that role of your future self, the more you will outgrow having to do all the other things, and that the people that are meant to fill those spaces will come in. You'll expand with them. Incredibly cool energy, Scorpio. I don't think of this as like, I was like, a win? Do we have a win for Scorpio? This takes navigation, this takes depth, this takes incredible self-awareness, Scorpio, that the entire year of 2025 is preparing you for this quantum leap of eclipse to eclipse. So buckle up and play your part, play your role. I love you. Amazing stuff. Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon. Every time I see all this mutable energy, I'm like, how do y'all do it? How do you just live your life on a mutable axis? Where are you? You're here. You're here. Oh, here we go. The very tippity top. Very tippity top. I love it. I love it. I love it. The stage. The stage. I feel like there's been like a contraction recently where like maybe you're not really sure. It just feels like there's like some questioning of like, what role am I supposed to play in this ever-changing world? Like, yeah, like the world in the past eclipse season has been so, I live in the United States, so it's been very powerful, very polarizing, very this, very that. And you're like, I'm just Sagittarius. I don't know how to talk about all these things, and now I have to have an opinion, and it's like I want to be a content creator. I just want to share my, my flower arrangements with the world, and now all of a sudden I have to have a political stance and view, and if I don't, I'm demonized, and what's going on? And you don't have to do anything. You just have to keep being you, and know that this is a moment for you to see the outer world shifting. You're seeing how up, down, side to side. You're seeing the mutability in the outside. So it's like what I said at the beginning, your mutability on the inside, think of whenever you change your mind, whenever you change an idea, or you want to move country, if you want to do something big that other people are like, oh my God, Sag, how would you do this? And you're like, what? That's easy stuff. Let the outer world have some Sag vibes right now, and you have a little bit more grounded vibes. Yeah, I would look to the earth in your chart. I would look to some fixity in your chart, to the Scorpio, to the Aquarius, to the Taurus, and to the Leo. Yeah. I would look to some Leo energy, actually. Find healthy exercise right now. Oh, what was that? Some of these things keep falling apart. Oh boy. Yeah. But look to what's missing from your chart. I have a whole blog. I have a public blog, and I have a blog in my membership that includes a video as well about finding like the elemental medicine that's missing from your chart. So you can look at your sun, moon, and rising, and whether it's like, say you're triple Sag, then looking at earth and water and air. Look at the element that's missing. Or like, I'll give another example. For me, like I am a Scorpio rising, Aries sun, and a Capricorn moon. So air is what's missing from my chart. And mutable air is kind of, so I look at Gemini and see like, where's the Gemini fall in my chart? And that's what I look at for medicine. So see what's missing from your big three, from your chart. If you're in the membership group, the Divine Sovereign Room, there's a video from, I think it was last month. Yeah, it was in August. But the elemental medicine, what's missing from your chart. So many resources. I love you so much. Please reach out. Let me know how I can help. Love you. Capricorn. Fascinating energy. Right at the top. Right at the top. Right at the top. There is some very intense, I don't want to project this, but I'm just hearing some really intense self-talk and some really intense like comparison language. Like, they do the same thing as me and they're thriving, and everybody else my age is this and 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 this, and just a lot of comparison. Work with the universal law of comparison and find someone that's, maybe worthy of comparing yourself to, or a lifestyle to compare yourself to, instead of someone that maybe is not living the life that you want. This is quest, adventure, high distance travel, long distance travel, higher education, spirituality, legality. The very top, like the apex of your chart. It just might feel like everyone's watching right now. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but it just might feel that way. When the sun transits the top of your chart, it just feels like everybody's watching. But lean on the people that know you and that don't need anything from you. Yeah. If you have Virgo placements as well, that kind of came through about it's like community, especially when Mars goes in there, like that could be a huge, and not your online community, like human community, even if it's a friend that you've never met before, but like people community. You got big things to do, darling. You do. You do. I like this. I like Saturn in your third. I like your chart ruler in your third. You're learning how to speak from I statements, and you're actually, I don't want to say learning, you're mastering how to speak from I statements. You're mastering your inner communication style. Oh my gosh, it's just like, there's nobody is baby fresh new to human life being a Capricorn placement, sun, moon, or rising, that's for sure. So I feel like this transit here, I did a whole all signs reading for that. That was last week. Definitely check that out. But this is like, because it's in that opposition, Cap, this is hitting. This is hitting. This is hitting. This is IC, this is MC. Safety, home. How do I do public things? How do I communicate what it is that I do, where I want to go? The people that you surround yourself with, very, very important. Very, very important. And not to regress, you know, when Uranus goes back into Taurus, that's not for a little bit, into past maybe, I don't even want to say self-deprecating, or just past unhealthy patterns for you. And I feel like maybe this Virgo season has brought up some past experiences, not like a non-flashback, but in like a, oh, I'm getting another whisper of this, not a shout. There's something in there to heal. It doesn't feel like it's completely detrimental. It just feels like that whatever is coming up for you in this eclipse portal is, it's just like more important than that it's perceived to be. Like you're getting a very, I'm just channeling, you're getting a very small, like bite size bit of, okay, this is somewhat morbid, but I'm going to do it. Do you ever see The Princess Bride, where well, obviously you have, you wouldn't be here if you didn't, where Wesley talks about he had built up an immunity to iocane. That took a while. You have to literally take baby little bits of like straight poison to build up an immunity. So whatever experience you're going through right now, Cap, is like you're building up an immunity to something, so that the more, and it might not be really comfortable right now, it might feel public, this might be about your work, this might be about how you're perceived in the public stage, this might be about reception, you know, roots of the tree of your life, receiving. So be open to whatever is coming up and look at it, and every time something comes up, just face it as your most authentic self, your bravest, most courageous self. I love you. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Super proud of you. Love you. Aquarius. Where is it? Here we are. Deep transformation. Deep transformation. Oh, you cannot be the old version of yourself. You can't. You just can't. It's gonna hurt if you try. Yeah. You're like, I know, Sarah, I'm growing, I'm doing it. This is a little uncomfortable, it looks like. You're growing up. You're literally growing up. You're growing up in a way that this is so powerful. You're recognizing how smart you are. It's like, if you have Gemini placements, heavy Gemini placements as well, it's like people have maybe in your past like pegged you as like, oh, you're just the weird one, you're just the Aquarius, or you're just this, or you're just this. And you're like, I am very talented. I take myself seriously. Like, you're really taking yourself seriously right now, Aquarius. You are understanding. You did a deep dive into this. Yeah. Just like if you are new to astrology, and especially if you have Virgo placements, like by the end of this season, by the end of this year, you've figured a lot of yourself and your inner world out. Really, I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very proud of you. And it's like, yeah, there is a grown-upness to this chart. There is some like ready to something rip the Band-Aid off. Something shifted you. And this could have been just like an inner awakening. This could have been something that happened in your outer world, micro or macro. And you're just like, you grew up, something has made you really take a responsibility for yourself, your inner world, as well as your outer world, that you're just like, yeah, I'm not getting back on that merry-go-round. I just want a happy life. I just want a happy life with good people and good community, and just to be able to do good work in this world. I just want to find, where there's an empty cookie cutter slice that's Aquarius sized somewhere on this planet, and I'm that cookie, and I want to be in that slice. I want to be there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I love it. I'm really proud of you. Growing up, for some reason, we've pegged it as like such a bad thing. Oh, you grew up. It's like, no. The negative side of the hermit, or when the hermit comes up reversed, is, a Peter Pan complex. Never growing up, always blaming others for other things. You've taken radical responsibility for your paradigm. Yeah. Keep taking up space. I love it. I'm very excited for you. Love you. Pisces. Rising Pisces sun, Pisces moon. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you. Here. And I just wish I could hug you in person, just to be there for you. There might be a lot of emotions coming up lately, and you just might be feeling a lot of what Mother Earth is going through right now. You might be feeling a lot of the collective purging, the collective shadow, the collective awakening. Like, it's just, you are the baby ancients of this world. And if I could have just given you a castle somewhere in Europe to live out your entire life, I would have. And so you're like, why do I have to do any of that? I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know, my dude. But the end of the house of relationships, important people, at the beginning of the house of shared possessions, deep, dark transformation. Yeah. I'm excited for Libra season for all of us. I love that. It's, although that the 8th house for you is run by Libra, it's a water run house. So it's possible for you to do some very deep work, and also looking at the God's quarterly of Libra to Capricorn. So this is a more public relational, what role am I playing in this? Because when that full moon eclipse happened in your sign, there might have been a huge explosion of, I don't know who I am anymore. That's totally okay, and that's expected. That's what eclipses are supposed to do. And so there might be a mirror of that happening in your outer relationships, where people that you thought really resonated don't, or people that you thought didn't resonate do. And that's okay. Just flow with it right now. Like, flow with it. You don't have to, like I said at the beginning in the collective messages, we're not classically manifesting. We're not classically doing any of these things for eclipse season. So really give yourself the opportunity to say, I am in the healthiest relationships that are aligned to my soul's path. That could be it. That could be literally your only declaration for this new moon eclipse. And that would be more than enough. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to overdo it. Mercury in Libra, you don't have to over-explain yourself. You don't have to convince anyone to see you. You don't have to convince anyone to do anything. All you have to do is be the version of yourself that you are today. No one has to understand you. You're not responsible for the projections of others at all. At all. At all. I love you so much. Happy eclipse season. This is a very mutable eclipse season. We're all feeling it. I'm sending love to you. If you're keen to receive it, please reach out directly. There are links below if you'd like to celebrate and give back. If you'd like to work together, deep dive. I have many resources for you. Check out the course library as well as the meditation room. Many resources that could be helpful and nourishing for this season. I love you so much.